my screen. My God. Hello, hello, hello. Here is a quick Raw review. It is a little hot today, so excuse me, it is a little hot. How are you guys? How are you guys? Happy Monday, happy Wednesday. Soon it will be Tuesday, but happy Monday. My goodness, it is so hot. Let me say that one more time. So let's talk about it. Seth Rollins is getting a title shot. Yes, Seth Rollins is getting a title shot. That was quick. That was quick. Him getting a title shot. So let's talk about Raw tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed Raw. A lot of people online were saying that it was a snooze fest. So let's talk about it. Let me get my notes. Oh my gosh, I can't do this hotness. Whew. Seth Rollins returning to Raw. Um, wasn't really expecting that. I guess some people are a little happy about that, him returning to Raw. I don't know, it doesn't seem like he was gone that long. So it doesn't seem... I'm good. I'm good. Are you excited about that? Are you excited about that? How are you? How are you, Anthony? Hey, Melissa. How are you? What did you think about Monday Night Raw? What did you guys think? With Seth Rollins? Oh, okay. You liked it. Who was the MVP to you? Who was the MVP? But Seth Rollins returning and getting a title shot. Not a surprise. Not a surprise. Reminds me of Charlotte Flair a little bit. But Damian Priest was the one that actually gave him the title shot. We have Braun versus Chad Gable, and this storyline with Chad Gable is getting very interesting. It is getting very interesting. Gable losing, I don't know what's next for him. I think he was going to be the next one to win that title, so him losing was a little surprising. Oh, how hot is it in New York City? It's 91 here, I think, in Michigan. It's the hottest it's ever been. I know Melissa's probably 200 degrees where she's at, but how hot is it? I'm good. I love Jay Uso. Oh, yeah, I knew that you would love him. Any news on Jimmy yet? So let me get back to... Braun Breaker looked really good. Let me see what else I got. So let's get, what's your name? Hey, my name is Markel. Hello, Harrison. If you have not subbed to the YouTube, how are you? Did you like Raw tonight? I have to be honest with Sami Zayn. His title reign is a little boring to me. Kind of want Chad Gable to win the title. Sami Zayn, his title run is a little boring. We had Selena Vega versus Kiana James versus Io Sky. The right winner won. Io Sky is the one that won out of the three people. Selena Vega is not someone that wrestles every week, so I kind of knew that she wasn't going to win. She's someone that wrestles sometimes or when she's needed, like spot like this. But we shall see what is next with Io Sky, because it doesn't even look like they're pushing her whole group, Damage Control, so it looks like she's the only one that's winning. Okay, Harrison, I already respond. Oh, wow. It's been at least, what, 4 months now, Melissa, at this point? And yeah, 90 degrees is hot. Is that normal over there in New York? We had Sami Zayn, I guess, looking for people to fight. The Sheamus and Braun Breaker, them two stepping it up. That is nice. That was nice to see. Both of them can wrestle. I actually like Sheamus a little bit more, but Braun Breaker, he's starting to grow on me. Damn, it has been a while. Maybe he's on vacation at this point. I mean, we haven't heard anything from Naomi. She hasn't said anything, so that should be a good thing. We have Dragon Lee versus Carlito, and Carlito getting the win is something that is good to see, even if it was a distraction with the Judgment Day. Carlito is someone that's been wrestling for a while now. A lot of the new watchers of WWE, I would say, or people that have been watching recent years, they really don't know him. A little sad he doesn't get a reaction, but I don't even know if Dragon Lee gets one at this point. This storyline has been dragging and dragging and dragging the storyline. So I'm getting a little bored with it. Yeah, 98 degrees, I couldn't do that. That is a little too hot for me, Melissa. But Dragon League and Carlito and LWO, hopefully this is the last of it. Hopefully this is the last of it. My God, it's hot. Hopefully it is the last. I would have the AC on, but it would overpower my voice. We had Shayna and Zoe talking their mess to the new women's tag team champions. I actually feel like they would win the titles against these two. Surprisingly, I didn't see them defeating Bianca and Jade, but I do see them more realistically, Shayna and Zoe beating these two for the title. So wouldn't be surprised if these two women's champions are transitional champs at this point. And that's what it's starting to look like. We had a lot of backstage stuff. We even had, before we talk about that, we had Drew McIntyre go in the middle of the ring. We thought he was going to cut a promo, but he actually quit WWE. That is something that was surprising with the show. Kind of makes sense storyline wise that he's a little upset that he keeps getting screwed over. I'm sorry, I'm tired. With this CM Punk, I don't even know whose side I'm on at this point. I feel like it's been going on so long, I can't even keep up with who started it, who is finishing it. But him quitting, them showing Triple H, makes it look really serious. Friday night, CM Punk. Are you a CM Punk fan, Melissa? I like him, but I'm not sure if you are one. I mean, I do like Drew. We will see what happens after his big announcement. We shall see what happens. What else happened? Oh, Chad Gable. Speaking of Chad Gable, he did get left today. Chad Gable, he was backstage. Yes, Chad Gable was backstage. Still thinking he runs the show. Yes. But we saw that Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa, they left him. A lot of people are speculating that he is just going to team up with, what is that tag team? Shit. I'm gonna remember it. But a lot of people are already saying that Chad Gable has already two lackeys that's going to be his bodyguards, and that's how he's going to win the title. They're kind of changing the storyline with Chad Gable because I didn't really think about him and Money in the Bank, to be honest. I thought that he was going to have maybe another rematch somehow, so him actually going for the briefcase could show how desperate he is to win that title. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the first to cash in for the Intercontinental Championship belt instead of the heavyweight. Sheamus versus Braun Breaker. Braun is starting to grow on me. He is very fast for his height and his weight. I didn't realize how fast he is, but this was a good showing between him and Sheamus. Um, didn't like the ending where what's his name from Imperia? I think I wrote it down. Mm, mm, mm. He's the one that's very annoying. What is his name? Kaiser. Well, yes, Kaiser. He's the one that interrupted tonight. Him and Sheamus, I guess maybe they're going to feud. That would be something interesting, them two feuding. Kaiser, um, as much as he annoys me, he does his job well, so he does deserve a little solo push. Wonder how far it's going to go. I wonder if they would actually put him over Sheamus. I don't know if they would do that for him yet. I think Sheamus, with this feud, he would be the one that would go over so he can face Sami Zayn for his title. But then we have Braun Breaker that is spearing everybody. So he is someone that is a threat to Sami. So I don't even know what direction they're going. Maybe they're going to do a triple threat with Sami and Sheamus. That's why they have all these shenanigans because they can't decide. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Um, did I talk about Damage Control yet? Damage Control losing yet again. A little disappointing. A little disappointing. Katana and Kaden, they defeated Damage Control, which consists of Dakota and Kyrie Sane. They always look good when they go to the ring. I will give them that. They always have the best costumes. They always look fabulous, but then they don't ever win. So it's kind of like, why have the big entrance and everything if you guys are never going to win? So much for them winning Damage Control. We see Io Sky. She's always talking about a change, a change, a change. I wonder if she's going to remove herself from Damage Control. I wonder if she's going to add a member. She's very vague, but she keeps saying and continuing to saying there needs to be a change. Mm, I want to make sure. Oh, we have Jay Uso versus Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. I know Melissa is a huge Uso fan, so we did have Jay Uso. He did go over. I'm happy for him. Can I see him winning Money in the Bank? Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know who he would face. Do I see him facing Cody? No. I guess I would see him facing Damian Priest if he had a title shot. But Jay Uso, we still haven't had his solo. I don't know. We haven't had his solo title shot moment yet. I mean, he's been having a nice solo run. Would love if he won a title. That would be nice. That would be nice if he won a title. Liv Morgan playing games with Dominic Mysterio by taking his vest. Yes, she took his vest and she hid it from him, and then she was running from him. It gotten to the point that Damian Priest was even telling Liv Morgan to stop, but Liv Morgan is basically saying that he doesn't want her to stop, so she's basically not going away. Don't know when Rhea Ripley is returning. I mean, this storyline, they are clearly going to have a mixed tag match. If you notice, Selena Vega is usually attacking Liv Morgan in front of the Judgment Day. They both have the same enemies, Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day. I mean, I guess LWO, Judgment Day, Selena, and Liv Morgan. So I already see where they're going with this. They're going to try to have a mixed tag team match. So we shall see when that's going to happen. With the storyline, we can tell that Dominic Mysterio is kind of intrigued and kind of, I would say, blown away by Liv Morgan and her behavior. He seems not against it, but also he doesn't seem for it. So he just seems very confused with her erratic behavior that she's displaying. So that storyline is going. Raw, after Clash at the Castle, after the pay-per-view, I would say it was okay. I would say it was okay. Wasn't anything that blew me away. Isn't anything that is having me jump for joy, and I can't wait to go to work tomorrow because this Raw was just so awesome. I mean, it wasn't nothing bad either. So I don't know how to explain Raw today. It was Raw. That's what I will say. What do I want to happen? Oh, yep, exactly, Melissa. Yeet. We will see what happens with Jey Uso, but I do want Drew to win the title. I'm kind of tired of him always getting screwed over with CM Punk. I know it's going to lead to them eventually fighting maybe at SummerSlam. They don't really need a title with this feud. Clearly, they don't need a title with this feud, but we shall see who will be put over. I feel like CM Punk will be put over, but I feel like Drew McIntyre, he would benefit more from this. Liv Morgan, what do I feel like is going to happen? I feel like at this point, Dominic Mysterio soon may start to help her win her title matches, and no longer by an accident. It's now going to be intentional. So I see that happening soon, that Dominic is going to start helping her openly to continue the storyline. So sooner or later, we're going to see him, liking her and not being afraid of the Judgment Day and their critiques towards Liv. That is what I predict is going to happen. Damian and Cody, I feel like, oh, I'm tired. Damian and Seth Rollins, I don't see Seth Rollins really winning this one, to be honest. He kind of was just given the title shot. He really didn't do shit to earn it. So, don't see him winning this title match. I feel like this is something that will help elevate Damian Priest as a champion. Him defeating a former champion, someone with that star power, Seth Rollins. So this would be good for his title reign. But I feel like that's what this match is really for, to help his title reign. Sami Zayn, I feel like unfortunately he's going to lose his title soon. I feel like they haven't really been doing much with Sami Zayn. It feels like he's always in the back seat of his own storylines. I mean, when we saw Braun and Sheamus, it was more about them, and Sami Zayn was more background at that point because they weren't really paying him no mind. So I kind of don't like that for Sami, that he's usually not the main focus of his own feuds. If you think about the Intercontinental Championship belt, you're thinking about Sheamus and him wanting to win that title that he never won. You have that in your mind. Then you have Chad Gable and his daughter and him and his obsession, him wanting to win. You have that on your mind. Then you have Braun Breaker wanting to win the title, wanting to have his first piece of major gold on the main roster. That is something you also think about when you think about the Intercontinental Championship belt. But when you think about the belt, do you really think about Sami Zayn, the current champion? And unfortunately, I don't see that right now. I am more interested in the other stories, such as Sheamus maybe winning the title he never won, maybe Chad Gable and his evilness and him bringing that tag team. Oh shit, that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. What is this tag team that I feel like brothers? The Creed brothers. Ha, I don't even need it. I feel like he's going to get with the Creed brothers and they are going to take over. So that's more interesting than this Sami Zayn title reign that we're getting right now. So I feel for Sami, his title reign isn't really well. Just my opinion. Shayna and Zoe winning the title, I realistically see that happening now that we see who the current champs are. I don't really feel like a lot of people are gravitating towards the new people. I kind of feel bad for them as well because they weren't really pushed that much. I was interested in them. Alba Fire. I was interested in them when they first debuted on the main roster. I think they were on SmackDown when they first debuted, and they had this unique look. But then they lost to Shayna and Ronda, and they were just an afterthought. So haven't thought about them since. Nia Jax, I want to see what happens with her um, on SmackDown. More interested than her than the current tag team champions. I'm more interested than Bianca and Jade. What's next for them instead of the current tag team champions? I mean, good for them if they're going to defeat Shayna and Zoe. It's kind of sad that it's always the same teams as fighting for the titles at this point. But you have to be mindful that WWE doesn't really have a lot of teams. They always try to pair people with random wrestlers instead of establishing their own team. So that's what you get. You get the same matches after a while. So these two facing for the title again. Don't see them. You know what? For shock factor, I do see them losing their first title match as champions, Alba Fire. So them losing the title wouldn't really be sad for me because I really don't know them, but I am rooting for them, so maybe they can prove everyone wrong. What else is there to talk about? I think that was it. I think that was it for this Monday Night Raw. I'm starting to do reviews once a week here on YouTube. Also, I'm gonna do on Facebook, but I want to start doing TNA Impact. I used to do that sometimes, TNA Impact. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about TNA Impact, so I may start doing that on the YouTube. But Raw is a standard wrestling show that everybody watches, so I feel like Raw doesn't have to put that much effort because it's Raw. Everyone will watch it usually after work on Monday, after a long day. But I'm hoping next week they bring the fire. Hoping next week they do a little bit more. But they can't always do that. They just had a pay-per-view, for crying out loud. So we shall see. I'll be back. Markel. Call me what you want, Markel or Mar. Thank you, Melissa and others, for tuning in. It was a long day. I just came back from Chicago yesterday. I did my YouTube and TikTok videos today, but I said I would go live today. So this was my quick 20-minute review on Raw. If you haven't watched it, watch it when you feel like it. It's nothing too important that you missed, but you did miss some storylines progressing. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching the live. Peace. Oh my goodness, it is hot. It is hot.